if, for example, we do a referendum and say, we all not vote. We will vote in the referendum and say some select group should vote for us.
You think now
in Chimpa?
So I'm going to so.
Debbie, because I take the man who fed I'm saying, I'm the brave too.
This one, someone ye ni home come in fact Ghana I mean name say ye shed that say ye trainee ahensem na bi wo a abofra na yes we dey oba be yo hene na ye gu mu ne nkakra ye chewa e do ko shed dem mu ne ya chew ye we yenye na oba be leader Ghana leadership na ko say udi takashi wura mu wi a na bia ye training bi wo Gempa 1 week be the amount more leadership conference be 1212 be a MPs na tako bon se na de omo ko na ya kire omo na ni so kakra parliamentary proceedings and one but see a train obi am na be leader I'm yet to see say obi are winning because we go through a training to be a leader. Leadership, are we getting something wrong as a country?
Yeah, we're getting everything wrong. To start off with, to be a president, you might be 40 years and be of sound mind. Japon.
A sound mind, no one determine. You been one day.
Meanwhile, I can say, oh, per se, we even tell our bank. You can say, so we have first degree, and I say SHS, and they should be between this year and that. So the point is that when it comes to leadership, especially at the very top now, we're not even keen about it, as in who occupies it. Now you've touched a topic, it's so dear to my heart, and that is what I live for now, which is this. Without stretching our imagination, the problem that we have in Ghana and Africa generally is because we don't have the right leaders. What we mean is that we don't have leaders that are honest, and they have integrity, they are God-fearing, and they love their people, and their aim is to improve the life of other people. That's what we don't have. Right. Okay. So my next question is, so area, so I compare doctor or expert, you are training, I'm building my expert. Now, if we say area about leadership, why are we not trying to create the kind of leaders who will cause a change? We're not. At all.
Okay, as a country, we need to create.
Yes.
Hey.
You need to create leaders with the right mindset who will change the order of things. Yes, sir. We are waiting on the current political dispensation. And no sooner, because one man one vote is not taking us anywhere. That is what should change. But one man one vote is not getting us the kind of leaders I may describe it. Right? Okay. So if it's not working, it means we must create them. And nobody's paying that attention because creating them is not easy. After what I've been through, you, Tim, and I've reflected on our problems and I want to do something about it. So I found the PKM Leadership Foundation. And what we want to do is to create leaders with the right values, love for people, who have Ubuntu spirit, we say, or because this person is who here. And the people of integrity, people who care about the general good, because it is not in us Africans to think about the general good, it's always about myself, and so not only do I go around talking to young people, but we have actually inaugurated PKM scholars.
Okay.
And for 1 year, we choose people. Last year we chose, out of 1,500, we chose only 20. I don't have the money to take a lot of people. And we take these people through mentorship, intentional mentorship. We take them through boot camps. We take them through military training. Because military is where, with my experience, you get the best type of leadership. Okay. And we intermingle with them. So we'll be say, he is as human as I am. And so on and so forth. Because the output of it is that when they come out, they know say it's not all about money. It's about showing love to people. It's about being God-fearing. It's about being honest and being a person of integrity and thinking about the country more than kakra medinum sanem. And honestly, I'm so happy about the outcome of this.
When you be more
20, I think we graduating. We're ready to graduate about 17 or 16 of them. And when I talk to them and we interact with them, I'm so happy.
And like I said, why you not to say a school system?
Yeah, like a school. But then they work. Some of them are working. Some of them are in school. But then the air program, is quite flexible. They can come and we go out and we travel out and we have our boot camps and we do our Zooms and things like that. And we also give each one of them a mentor that I choose, a mentor who has got values to actually make sure say he or she
will be like I say
groom alongside.
Okay.
And the result is good. It's not as if it's going to change Ghana, but at least we are creating some leaders and putting them in the system who can cause change wherever they find themselves. And who knows, we might probably find after some time one of them get into a position like president who is instilled in the value system and can change things for Ghana. Because we need to create those kinds, because we are losing them. Those leaders, we are losing them because of the harshness that we impose upon the right people. And we need to keep creating. And I think I like where we are now because people are going to see what I'm talking about. Okay. And they're going to see the effect, and we're going to put it out there. And with support from outside, we probably can increase the numbers and replicate this kind of leadership and put them in the system.
What do you know about Yadwin, say before? Ama Yadwin, yen, your baby cry, ye boy, say, I could go didi ban and him say, my own, only say, and to be piano. In fact, I think a general life principle says self-preservation craft. And piana and no kahona, ye no abroso. And
it can be a long story, but I'll try and cut it short like this. You see, before we are the way we are because every living thing is shaped by the environment that they find themselves in. And every living thing must adapt to the environment to survive. The two are more or less the same. Now, before, let's face it, in recent centuries, we've been occupying the best environment on this earth, around the equator. No extreme temperatures, no greenery. Forest, food is free. May I say, it's foraging. Exactly. We live by foraging, most people. And so what happens is that time, for example, doesn't mean anything to us. Okay. And then there's no earthquake, no tsunami, no hurricane, no volcano, natural hazards. So what happens is that as akwala udo to akwala no ontia no so nka ho bibia no ho aye no ho akwala besro Africa no the environment was too posh, it wasn't disciplined, it wasn't so literally na hu hia so obedwen me ne wo ka say obenye obi abodam we the 70 years onamo kotamale hwe no na o abrochi na snow of fam na so kotamale na ban na memwa nkwose ba bia winter babu winter ma dey hwe na hurricane cry even America bringing them to their knees a big sign here. So the abundance in the environment did a whole lot of things to us. As I said, we didn't respect her. Opa KOFI, we do one more. Hey, KOFI abo, and son of my transit is on my neighbor one or correction. Yem frɛ so masimra. Hey, yem frɛ busa penny my. Because time and na won be din so no typical African guaranteed and there's no threat to it for years. So even storing food and a habit. Right? That is not even the dangerous part. The dangerous part is say with abundance, you know, Ubia here will be able to survive. Right? When I saw about Patabi, after Mammy, no man, I also, you know, I don't know, I will now move the deal who hear me means to me here. So respecting each other for the African, all we respect is our immediate family. Say, be a Obawa, we are born, will be one more translate. That's your world. So thinking as a nation, Nasa wouldn't. I mean, I would say this here. Kofo can't bro neutralization there. Oh, no way, in cranny, we penny, we whatever. So meaning say as far as concerned, only any pakra. So ye nimsa because of the abundance and ye Timothy here will be. Then there's also the aspect they say. Sir, Madidia me was already there. Maybe you now about her, maybe near and I don't know if you person or high or no, or time, any enviness or necessary thing. It's an African thing. And I tell my scholars and say, you must understand that. Because to change a people, you should understand where the people are coming from.
That is true.
And maybe a feedback, and and if you don't understand it, now if it's a leader, no about, and I committed those crimes before. If it's a leader, I have to respect everybody and I have to trust people and things. Be very careful. Because even when you trust them and they know what you're about, they'll do things different because one influence is different. So we have a huge problem. Don't underestimate it.
Yeah.
And it applies to all Africans. Ko Soweto, ko Bronx, ko Nima, who do upon us before the year. We live with nature. Near John Soha, near Two Yakura, near Ese. Because nature will take care of it. That is the kind of nature we know and we enjoy it. Now, let me try and cut it short and tell you something. It is very common to find black people going outside, especially when they go to study and things like that, and they excel, right?
Yeah. But you Ghana for
Nigeria for crap. Engineers, medical professionals, Nigeria for So you ask yourself, say, then things get better. Two things happen. One, they leave the toxic environment because you see, we've created systems that is making the environment toxic. The systems there, your new normal system, and when I say, hey, Hannah didn't buy, where they mean, where they say, that is our system. Yeah. So when the black man leaves this system, we fit toxic system now. You see, brefie, we say, no, we fit our system, no. And what, secondly, what cost system one? COVID mama 20 now, champ them a bin the hot.
That's true.
And then they will put in their best, and we have a lot of sense and energy and everything. That is why you leave your toxic system, you go into a system that works, and you excel. It's as simple as that. So, to land, what we need here is a leader who believes in systems and loves his people and apply those systems and apply them harshly across board to everybody without exception.
And but yeshim and yenso ye flow along the line. Because I get a lot of Ghanaians and more British here. Because no be a woman own. Sometimes I will be a table. Sent to the funny I do TV. But the free more. Papa. So when they are out, they see your ills no more. But how then do you correct it if you are in? Strangely, when you say a bit more free moon, I could see they were broche. Or more they get ministerial positions and all that. One person almost say, before you realize, no more so hene sent nafa, no more so be normal with the system. Then how do we deal with it?
But I'm telling you, Miss Minyabruche, right? So my point
That's
is
true.
that people get easily converted to what becomes the norm, right? Never be one more, and then you know me, I am at so mayor. For example, me drive on cry na me do junction. Me send me am ojo ese bigina. Who jina assemble to because there be am house kan no do jina wa chezu be ka say obodam. Nti na do ani to every day now the car na kosim. Yes I need drive. But like you're saying, it become the norm. But no just say afena you're driving. You know so what you're doing is wrong, and that if you had the opportunity, you will change it and let people do the right thing. So, and you'll be you get carried away and they have to conform to the wrong system. And that's why I'm dedicating myself. And quite some and we need to pick some of these young people and tell them right is right, right will always be right, and wrong will always be wrong. So you may be doing the wrong thing, but no say it's the wrong thing, and with the right opportunity, you change it.
That means, I'm beginning to then think that we need autocratic type of leadership.
Absolutely.
Because it will be until when you will be our cases say it will become difficult. Democracy near my because we have everything.
True. The problem is so be elected democratically somehow. How do you get a dictator or a benevolent and now obey autocratic idea development? How do you get it? There's no formula. We've had soldiers coming in and be autocratic. So would you advocate for more coups? No. So what I personally say, and it's only theoretical, and I say, we need to really look at our democracy again, right?
Yeah.
For example, democracy is by representation, right? So you vote to say we no more parliament, we no more. So voting process is rigging, no more name, disbelief, and then So if, for example, we do a referendum and say we all not vote, we will vote in the referendum and say some select group should vote for us. And that select group should be big enough, should be identifiable, and they should be right here. So they can see through and decide that this is a good leader, this one.
And two patches say,
Electoral college
excuse my language, and kwasiafo ntwaba ni bi, enyansafo ne betwaba.
Yes, but for the here on the referendum, we say one power Emma Sankofui.
Then kwasiafo no form power manyansafo no nkotwaba.
Not thank kwasiafo, but you decided say, it's not giving a good leader. So we go through a referendum and say we are a choose select group to be a do a battle for president. That is democratic. Because you choose group and say that's the difference. Now it's only theoretical because President Ben Oba lead this referendum. No, when you have the power now, on lead the referendum. So, but we need to have dialogue on these things. How do we change? How do we get the right leadership in place? Because this dispensation is not giving us any hope.
When we have a problem, and I believe, sir, may share leaders will be produced where they will be placed and how they commit me as I'm looking for it because a year my narration year my everybody will say and one will describe meaning say if you are a leader in Ghana na opesa de oma obiya nya ne say it won't work.
No.
You need to say this is how we are going and that is how we are going.
An example is clear in Rwanda. Okay. They had a dictator through war, but he's moving I think about 13.5 million people into the right space. And they are developing, right? I read a book. The book intends to paint Kagame black, as saying, or Wedini and all those things. The more I read the book, the more I love the man.
Paul Kagame.
Because to develop a people, 13.5 million of them, if 100, 1,000 should die or should not be treated well, and so what? What's 1,000 compared to the 13,000 that are 13 million that are moving in the right direction? So dissidents and detractors and things that you shouldn't give them space. If you really, really know what you're going, as in love and for the general good of the country, people will talk plenty. But if you are focused that, and yeah, easy, I know our mindset, I'm going to move you guys from poverty at this level in 10, 20 years' time with a proper plan, underline it. Perfect. To say, now, Obiawe can't assembly and not stop BBM. No, you can't run any serious country like that. Even a company, you don't run companies like that. When you put the policies in place, share left, right, the policies work. And anybody who goes out, the sanctions apply. And yes, Obiaba, oh, where no, where they move here, oh, na fawaisha, how there be, but that is what happens in Africa all the time. EMP systems. Peneda. And it high.
Obi person or you're part of it. Unfortunately, said the not just a by divine selection. You are not wet to me a cat or more on this training. How then? Because there are a lot who will probably want to support you to open it up more. And then ABR companies be crabby to me, I said they want to bring their leadership to you to take them through. I think say that avenue and Kebebwa. Yeah, people who really want to have certain type of leaders run their institution, how to have that leadership quality. What is the way?
We're doing a bit of it. Okay. I talked to some corporate managers. Because I started Unauthorized with a staff of 3 and built it up to a bank and UT properties, UT life insurance, UT logistics and all those. At some point in time, we were employing, that's somewhere 2012, we were employing over 2,500 people directly. Wow. For Juma, I started with just 4 of us. So I know what makes things work, especially in my staff. You know, say so. Me no say diagram but obia bonia obia nim de besi. Nya de say bam wan san na kase me yen say there be obia no say akwe ne dem man yes as someone to know. And there's transparency, and I love them, and we had a great culture, and therefore it flourished. That is the way to develop a people. And I'm not talking from book. I've experienced it, I've exhibited it, and so I know what I'm talking. You know, so the only way, love the people, yes, but you should be very clear where you are taking them, and also know the steps you have to go through, and the other things that you have to put in place, and the sanctions. See, who employee will be me formula and say, if I can't fire you, I'll never employ you. Okay. If I can't fire you, say bia we me this year I na odi hin wo me krom nothing more juma and me you are the bema problem me found that. Because the sanctions must apply, and people should understand. Anybody who puts himself or herself above the general good can't be there. But one thing that I've been stressed is that leadership, the best one of leadership is by example. So whatever policies and whatever you put in place, who leader make sure who the super pep. Obia say they can't fault you. Now leader no Eddie so who high now Baba Casa we special. And you possible.
Russia Marasa Jimum Hoya in Trempana or now all regas.
You die in Trempana.
I want but so and you'll be so.
Debbie leadership. I am yo. Because I take the man who I'm saying I'm the too. I'm a locomotive, but it was good for the general good.
But I don't know what is wrong with it, sir.
Everything is wrong with it.
Okay.
Normal bibini, best exploited no. And then for you more as I know that every more promotion as I know that I play as I know that if you don't so cry minimum company be a near company no and an improve me no contokwa company back. How do you run such a successful company? So do your thing outside. Because when you build a company, you are talking about building a family with a common purpose. Nothing won't be the home, let's just say. No, it's not easy, but you need people who are dedicated and want to move people and develop them for the general good. And that is what we find difficult in our part of the world.
Obi better contact you for leadership training to be part of it. There are some who probably are more shy, they will even want to come and support.
My number, my number at be 0244 325657. Otherwise, we have 055.
That one, is it on WhatsApp?
Me. It's on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Me 0244 325657.
Pacho momu rules or na me nkofo no mo hagwen.
No. Me dey offer me. Now anytime. Offer me na man far. I'll call you back.
Wow.
Me all UT. Na me number but every reception of UT. The only person confirm you is my number. So but the point is, we are in this world to serve other people. So if you hide yourself, how do you get people to serve them? You use United to help other people. And my number there. One thing is that if you call me say disrespectful, go beat me ring me Sunday and Najo. But besides I say, now my name is the whole ring me a day. No, I'm not Johnny. You know. Some people don't respect, but it's okay. I mean, you can still find people who need you, and your attention matters. You know, so if somebody needs something or wants to do something, you can call me on my number. It's not a big deal. And as I said, if I'm busy and I don't pick up, I'll return the call. I return all calls anyway. Yes, it be another part of anyhow. You know, but we are in a desperate situation. And we need to create leaders because we're losing the good leaders. We need to create leaders who have the right mindset and who have a revolutionized mindset and who mean well for the country as a whole and not just the short-term benefit, himself, his family, and all those things.
We send another number.
There's another number which is 055 72 60016.
Okay,
055
okay.
72 60016.
Okay. I was for Majority and Como, we are very fruitful. We need leaders. But unfortunately, Ghana obi a leader so na ho time, and as a leader you need to be ready for it. Say we a leader nko there, you have time.
Some catch you say jealousy near or time abundance na dey buy. You know dey am na o to tuntuma and we dey you do better from. Kwa.
I should get reasons.
Kwa. Now tell kwa how be o. Bibi faso bi no by be. Which is come from the abundance. It's sad, but that is who we are.
Abundance, and they say poverty, we still have.
But you can't change your traditions and culture because the circumstances have changed. That's the problem. It's not as if there's a core, it's become our DNA instead. It's time a culture say, Oko Nima, Oko Soweto, Oko Bronx, Oko baby abekwa pibiniti bia udu po.
Bronx dey nkura kese akese bi o ho pa.
Udu I will say microphone ni. Who the black man easy. You know. So it will take somebody who realizes that this is our problem and will dedicate ourselves to change it for the better.
I don't think it's in our DNA. Because
who's in your DNA?
Because if that same person when he did anymore. I remember me call South Africa Joburg. I check scratch card. Na me scratch me we and me jato. Ti me jaye. Me da mani no. Ehun nyina ye neat. Me de na me ja no ho no nko a. Me say na me ko na me ko fa na me de shame buto. Nobody told me what I did was wrong.
Because of the environment.
Because of the environment,
yeah.
you know.
You change.
Yes, as a Sami.
But as a branch war, so
yes.
the 200 more.
And the environment,
yeah.
Because which share crowd when you no be sana so onye adwuma be no be no she obi o East Legon no be sana onye adwuma be no she obi o Osu adwuma obe ya you be surprised the answers they each give.
Yeah.
Because the ohu no,
that's what shapes his mind.
Don't be surprised when we say onye o person your mate.
Oh yeah.
Because ohunu sika mate for the show mo success. E dey be fie. Oh. But ko say obe bosom. Say trying and train them woman every time. I think environment it is key. It is key, right? And when we want to know we pray say, but our person will support to have this in, because I know say Ghana for am we bridge. Strangely, Ghana or New Ghana okay so could do bridge. Ghana for bridge they drink Ghana how change Ghana for
because who say yeah shit.
Ghana for bridge seriously they think about Ghana. Omu hu ye na dey na ekosi obi tumi call 1 week no afro 90 never we dey as that's 1 week here now free. When you leave the system then you see the rot. And to those who want to help, and I believe say ordinary number together we can make a change, because knowing and understanding the problem what's over with that. And thank you very much for always having
KOFI,
us with us.
It's a pleasure. That's it, Father. Thank you very much.
Can I say true green food? You Ghana any our control here say ubedibi. It is the only way I make to guarantee amount say ubenya cha because carbohydrate but true green food bankutu ezafe eba koko Ghana enuane no but the carbohydrate content na ewom no almost zero. Enti bo modern edit true green food ebeboa wo diabetes, hypertension, kidney conditions. Nkofo atumi edit true green food na dey reverse all these conditions. Enti won so betumi aka omo US. Enti fa number na order bi na wo mo fa bi emrel. Sanso na tap send obi a opese o mani sika e de ba fie Ghana ha bia na Christmas minim say opese renovation e wo fie opese ye niema ba kwa na mienu. Tap send is the best way. I'll between the send sika dia ba fie. Tap send, download the app sisia tap send na yentimi use e webrochi baby a wo bia give us our promo code as a first timer KOFI TV shim wombeche osika for doing that. And area ya ebo Italian solar technology a payment plan system for solar system. If you be out here solar system no for Italian solar technology. In fact, they are even getting funding from the Italian government. One more airboa in solar installation. I'll be between you and to take advantage of Italian solar technology. Then your solar ni bifa number is here. My number ba could be na fre 054 9711191 054 9711191.
The traditional foods are no starch and carbohydrates mu bebree. But true green food starch and carbohydrates no kids way bi na wom. Very healthy. Ebo me ho ban free yare bi to say diabetes, kidney failure, cholesterol, hypertension, cancer, any near keka ho. True green food more breakfast options to say cocoa, Tom Brown, oatmeal, any near keka ho bebree.
True green food.
Oh yes, our products now 100% organic and natural. So we here be betimi deliver my baby a wo bia.
Me did ya nyantachua e mre bia am discover free Europe akoma busuafo wo Ghana no. Me use tap send. Tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast. And sounds so free. Won't you hwe. Me discover ye mapim. Tap send. Intienne, also download the tap send app no ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka komo abusuafo wo Ghana fa na nyina. Tap send. Papa no.
Hello, love.
Gary, do you have Mommy's parcel for her big day?
The shipping company says it will take 1 month.
A month? Gary, use Rapid.
Rapid?
Rapid courier ships from the United States to Ghana and 9 other African countries within 3 to 5 days. Log on to rapidgroup.com, buy, ship to us, and we deliver right to your doorstep.
That fast? Yes, that's Rapid for you. Can you sign this?
I thought you only ordered Mommy's parcel.
No, I ordered a few car parts too.
Are you too busy to shop? We will shop for you. Rapid also has a luggage delivery service, so you can make that extra luggage and we will deliver at the lowest rate.
Rapid Courier. Just shop. We deliver. Enjoy.
Malata African market, and I'm Papa. African market. Order for so blonze ha. Now open African market. Papa Didra. Mwakuma to yemudia. Malata African market. Edemusronko. Smoked fish, meat, dry fish, saupe kenki, rice, yam, fufu flour ni nnuane ahodo free Africa. Afei, ye want to ma papa. Bowire kente, adawomase kente, ahweni ahodo. Ani nneoma bebre na wobenya wo Malata African market. Hwehwe ye chi akwan ene number e wo screen so. Malata African market. African market mu King Kong. Malata African market. And I'm Papa. African market. Malata African market.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your